What does that mean? All the energy that is blocked, that you always have pain on your shoulders or on your carpal tunnel, on your legs, on your knees, all of these pains are blocked energy. So when you unblock this energy, the pain will go away. And this is what the virtual gym does. It unblocks the energy, okay? And it basically cleans up the body from its toxicity and from its inflammation. And it tunes the organs, because we have a lot of waveforms that have changed since Dr. Andrea got her machine. They have changed, so they're new now, and they're basically much more adjusted to clean the organs and kind of balance the organs. But an organ is desynchronized. The waveform of the organ is irregular, so it regulates those waveforms by resonance, through entanglement. And this is how it happens. What you see here, you see cells communicate under the microscope through resonance, through large distances. And this is actually the Nobel Prize of 1999 and 2013 that started all this business on exosomes. We were doing this in the 90s, all of this research on exosomes and how cells are transferring information. So what you see here, this is the microscope that can measure the resonance and how the resonance changes the cell. Do you see the cell, how it's getting elongated through this resonance process? You can actually see it under the microscope. You cannot do too much under the microscope. You cannot see very much. You can see some things. And those things give you kind of an understanding of how you can develop your technology and how you can improve your technology. Now, here in Hong Kong, in Neoderm, they're using it a lot, and also in Indonesia, they use it a lot for breast lift, for not just beauty of the breast lift, because of course it's going to lift the breasts and it's going to kind of make them more voluptuous, but also for to clean. What I have observed, a lot of Asian women have big deposits of lymph problems here, and that is a problem. It's breast cancer. It's breast cancer. It's a big problem that can happen. So what we have seen with the 1,290 subjects is the separation of the blood, which is sustained. Now, what you see here, this is the blood of somebody that dies at 50. And this is the blood of somebody that lives until 100, because the blood is separated. And we have seen, of course, an increase of energy, of an increase of sexuality. And it's basically in like doing 250 exercises about 1,000 times. It's just like 250,000 exercises that you can potentially do if you be on the machine for an hour and a half. Of course, most people are going to be there for half an hour, 45 minutes or whatever. So, but there is a potential. Cortisol is decreased, so your stress will be reduced. You're going to have a restful sleep. Very important slide here is that it reduces bad cholesterol and it increases good cholesterol. So the bad cholesterol is very big, okay? Because it's very big, it blocks your arteries. And the good cholesterol is very small, so it's condensed. So it picks up all that, it condenses it and eats it up. It's like Pac-Man. It eats up all the bad cholesterol, okay? So the problem with the bad cholesterol is your arteries are going to be clogged. And the problem that using any technology that burns fat, like a laser or RF, indiscriminately, is that fat will go into the bloodstream and it will be up to the body to utilize its defenses to detox. The laser or RF cannot detox, the body does. So you rely on the body, cross your fingers as well, I do that. a young body will do it, an old body might not be able to do that. And this is just some before and afters. This is only one treatment, but of course I did it. I did this treatment as well. And this one, you can see a huge difference. One treatment. This lady had done radio frequency, was flat at the front and all the weight was at the back. And you can see in one treatment a big difference. And this
I'm so
is a
sorry
lot
to
of
disturb
research
you.
that we've done on fatty liver. There's a lot of, I have published about 56 articles. This is the 57 that I just published, 3 books, and I'm finishing my 4th book right now. What you see here is a very important thing that I would like to mention as well, is that when you have when the virtual gym gets the fat into the bloodstream,
Sorry, Prof.
become energy. Yes?
Prof, we can't see the slides move.
You cannot
We're
see
still
what
stuck on
slides.
the first slide.
You cannot see the slides at all?
No, we
I
can
asked you and you
see, but
said
we're
you
not
can.
seeing the slides, a slide share. We're like looking at it as the first slide only.
Yeah, it's
You
a
could see the
static.
first
It's not
slide only?
moving. Yeah.
Yes, Gestalt 8 and the
Okay,
power
but I
of
asked
rhythm.
you and you said that you can see the slides.
We
Yeah.
can see the slide, but we didn't see it like
Moving.
move.
It's not changing. It's not changing to the next slide.
Can you see the slides or not?
Let me show her. You can see. So we can see that.
You can see what?
This is what's replicated.
Okay, you should have told me that, okay? Because I've been doing a presentation for like 3 hours now and you're not seeing anything.
I thought you just want to talk first.
I asked you and you said you can see it. So,
Yes, we can see.
because
not
I have
moving.
3 screens here, so I don't know which screen you're looking at.
Same
Hold on a
screen,
minute.
first slide.
Can you see it now?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so let me go back and redo it from the beginning.
It's not, you're not sharing it now.
Just a minute. I asked you if you could see it, and why didn't you tell me all this time? Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay, so
Now
this
it's-
is what the body looks from the outside and the inside. Can you see this?
Yes.
This is what we mean about body harmony. Can you see this?
Yes.
Okay, so let me start from the beginning again, because I don't know what to say. All right, so the most important thing about this technology is that it gives you a rhythm. It synchronizes your body, okay? Why do you need the body to be synchronized? Because a broken body with broken links is a body that is aged and the body that is ill. What do we age? Because of disharmony within ourselves. And when we have a body synergy, that is anti-aging. And these 2 technologies that you have, the Virtual Gym and the Aelios, are the only technologies in the market that can cause body synchrony and anti-aging. Why do they do that? Because they basically, hormones affect your mood. Hormones affect your level of confidence, how you respond to life, your interactions. So hormones bring a problem that is psychological in your life. and spiritual. So when we balance the hormones, synchronizing the body is a lot more than balancing hormones. When you balance the body, when you create this harmony inside the body, then you have a rhythm that we have established and we have searched. And we see that with 8 seconds contraction, the contraction that happens for 8 seconds is not like the one that happens from muscle stimulator. A muscle stimulator cannot cause contractions that are over 250 milliseconds. Okay, that's a quarter of a second. Here, you give a signal, the body recognizes the signal as part of it. And because it's recognized as its own part, then it's accepted, it's absorbed, it's accumulated, and reaches the brain. The brain will cause the contraction. It's not the machine that causes the contraction, it's the brain that causes the contraction. And it causes a contraction that lasts for 8 seconds. Why is that so important? You can see, if you put the 8 like that, it becomes the infinity signal. Why is that? Why? Because everything starts with 2. The basis of life has an exponential function on the number 8. 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4, but 2 times 4 is 8. That's an exponential function. So exponential function means that you go all the way to increase something inside the body. It creates a synchronization that the body takes and does because it's geared towards that direction. Whereas otherwise you can go 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. That's a linear growth. You want an exponential growth. Exponential growth is what creates health. You cannot create health with a muscle stimulator. Why? Because it causes a contraction of 250 milliseconds. It doesn't even get to 8 seconds. Well, it uses current, and the current kills muscle cells, whereas this technology uses voltage, so there is no residues of these other problems of dead cells that can be created with a muscle stimulator. So it's not a muscle stimulator. It's a very, very different technology. So I don't want to ever hear any of you say, oh, well, I can go and do, the EM sculpt and build some muscle. Yeah, well, you're going to build some muscle with repeated uses of it. A lot of your muscle cells will die because anything over 1.5 milliamp will deplete energy, and the EM sculpt uses over 100 milliamp. So you're going to have like a zone of optimum health that grows, multiplies, and balances. That's the important thing that you can have with a virtual gym. You can have a health that will grow, continue to grow, that will increase your longevity. And this is the ultimate goal. Is not just to lose a few inches or lose a couple of pounds. Your ultimate goal is to feel healthy and increase your lifespan. That is your goal. And how does it do that? In many different ways. Of course, a synchronized way, that's the most important way. Metabolism, energy, it goes up. The youth hormone, DHEA, goes up. Liver health, good cholesterol increases. Visceral fat decreases. Stress hormone decreases. Inflammation decreases. Cholesterol decreases. The very low density lipoprotein and triglycerides decrease. Insulin resistance decreases. Because why? When you have low metabolism and high cortisol, you're going to have anxiety and depression. It affects your personality, it affects your psychology. High inflammation, you have emotional apathy. With low testosterone, you're going to start feeling bored, you're going to feel empty, you don't want to interact with people. People don't like interacting with you because you're a downer. DHEA decline, and DHEA starts declining at the age of 25. So even young people that say, oh, well, I can go to the gym. Yeah, well, the DHEA will still decline no matter what they do. We can increase DHEA through the virtual gym. Systemic imbalance will make you unhappy. So you can go from broken and aging links to freedom, links being back together and anti-aging. You go to a sort of a level where you can get into a body synchronization. And this is what I was talking about, the awkward body that I was talking to you before, and how this person always walks awkward. You go to when you are in sync, your whole body moves together and you walk like a dancer. So you basically get you into an exponential function and your whole body is healing and synchronized as a result of the virtual gym. You go from unbalanced hormones and broken lines that cause inflammation, toxicity, fatigue, hunger, obesity, fatty liver, aging, and disease. You go to somebody who is synchronized. The whole body is acting like one. So what's the problem with the belly? The problem is that fat is a systemic problem. And look at this picture and take it in. These people are, I know a lot of fat people that are going to the gym and are trying to lose weight and they don't. Why? Fat is a systemic problem. Visceral fat is a systemic problem. And not only young people can have visceral fat, but not only fat people, but also very slim people, slender people can also have visceral fat. And every time you have visceral fat, your life quotient is decreased. Your longevity quotient is decreased. Visceral fat is like a toxic dump. It's like, it's when you go in these places that it's a garbage bin. That's what visceral fat is. It contains toxins. And why you can go to the gym if you have imbalanced hormones, if you have a deficiency of a specific hormone, IGF-1, you're going to look like this. You're going to look like a fat boy, no matter how long you spend in the gym. Why? Because it's not the gym that makes the difference. It's the hormones that makes the difference. And that's the importance of the virtual gym. We are increasing the hormones. We're balancing the hormones like nothing else does. Nothing else balances hormones. I don't know what they tell you in the marketing pitches. So, and what do hormones imbalance does? You lose hair, your belly fat increases, your melasma, you have acne, you have headaches, you have pains, all kinds of things. You have constipation. All those things are balanced and go away. So you become more confident. And brilliant idea, it came in the 60s, 70s, 80s. Well, we can just inject hormones. Well, the problem is you don't know how many hormones you need to put in the body so the body can balance itself. Instead, you can cause a major hormonal imbalance, and you can have too little insulin, you're going to gain weight. You're going to have too much insulin, you're going to gain weight again. Too little, too much, it's going to have the same result. And the same thing with leptin. Leptin is the hormone that stops appetite. Too little leptin, you get hunger. Too much leptin, you get hunger. You have to have an optimal range. And, the doctors are going to tell you, oh, your hormones are balanced. Yeah, they're in the optimal range. Within the optimal range, you can still have hormonal imbalance. And because you have hormonal imbalance, going to do what? You're going to feel hungry. You're going to feel depressed. You're going to feel anxious. You're going to be irritable continuously, even if it's within the normal range. Why? Because hormonal imbalance means body synchronization. So hormonal balance is not just being in the average range. It means to be balanced within the average range. This is a very, very different statement. They say, my hormones are in the average range, no problem. No. It's not the same thing. So this is one of our models. You can see she lost up to 12 cm, 10 cm here, 12 cm in one spot. You see people that lose up to 16 cm. Major difference. So yes, you're going to see major results, but in order to see these results, you have to learn how to do it. This is a model that I did. Okay, I've been doing it for years. You can learn to do exactly the way I'm doing it. If you do exactly the way I'm doing it, and that's why I want to be there and teach you, you're going to get fantastic results. But that's not the point. The point is the energy that you get. The point is that you're going to live longer if you do this technology. The body synergy is the most important thing. The hormonal balance is the most important thing. Just losing 1 inch here and there, come on, that's nothing. So it's going to give you more energy. It's going to boost your energy. It's going to make you flow. You're going to flow. It's the rhythm of youth. You're going to start moving like a young person again, not like an old person that, with million pains in their bodies. You kind of can go to the gym, but you go to the gym, the BMR is the calories that you spend when you're sleeping. When you're young, you spend a lot of them. When you're old, you don't. So it increases BMR by 15%. How much do you think the virtual gym increases BMR? By 91%. You're 70, 75, and your body is acting as if it's 18. That's major. That means you're going to live longer. That increases time. And what else is the problem with the virtual gym? Here is the calculation that I was talking to you about. With the virtual gym, you never need oxygen. You never deplete oxygen. You never need lactic acid to kick in. In the gym, you run out of oxygen, lactic acid kicks in. Why? To sustain the movement. But what happens? Lactic acid only burns when it burns lactic acid with glucose, you only make 2 molecules of ATP, only 2. You burn glucose with oxygen, you make 38. So in the gym, you're going to go oxygen 38, 38, 38. Okay, you lose the oxygen, you're going into the lactic acid phase, +2, +2, +2. You get the gym again, 38 plus 10. But so of course, this energy, the total energy that you get from the gym, plus your expanding energy is going to be way, way less than the energy you get from the virtual gym, because it's going to be continuous production of energy. Plus you don't expand any energy. So it's just pure math. So this is a video. Did you see this before? You didn't. Okay, so it increases metabolism, it boosts the BMR. So basically, this is your DHEA research. Basically, you see a significant increase of DHEA up to 46.70%. And of course, you can do facelifts because DHEA increases collagen, and you can do the swan leg, the neck lift. Very important, it decreases chronological age. So even in one treatment, you're going to see a decrease of chronological age, not with everybody, but a lot of people. So that's very important kind of to consider. Right there, you are younger. Your biological age is much, much less than your chronological age. So the mean chronological age, 49.7, mean biological age, 32.9%. That is a significant decrease of years. And of course, no more hunger, you will suppress your hunger. Why? Because the cortisol is not going to be there to make you anxious and want to eat all the time. And the leptin and the ghrelin, which are the hormones that control appetite, are balanced. And metabolism is going to give you, get rid of the swing, boot swings, muscle aches, fatigue, brain fog, constipation. So you're going to be a happier person, okay? You're gonna feel that your emotional and spiritual freedom will increase. Why? Because your hormones are balanced, because your body is synchronized. And when your hormones are balanced, they don't affect your personality functioning that they would affect if they were in balance. And pain, what's pain? Pain is blocked energy. So it unlocks this, all of the, why do older people cannot walk like a young person? They're in pain. That this, not only that they're synchronized, but they're also in pain. So all that, why? Because they have blockages in the blood, in their system. It's systemic blockages. The pain is a systemic problem, like fat is a systemic problem. So it releases the pain, it unblocks the body, it reduces the inflammation. We have significant reduction of inflammation. It synchronizes the body. And how does it do it? It does it through signaling resonance. You have all of these new devices and called the RET, it's resonance energy transfer. Everything has energy resonance transfer, even the radio, even the phone. The problem is to have a signal that resonates with the body. That is a signaling resonance energy transfer. And what you see here is you see how the cells respond through resonance from the distance. This is the Nobel Prize of 1999 and 2013, and all the exosomes that came out of it, because the exosomes are carrying signals. The exosomes are like FedEx, carrying packages from one destination to the other. And through resonance, you can direct these packages wherever you want them to go. So you want to do exosomes or stem cells, you have to do the ileums, because otherwise these little packages that you put with an injection, they don't know where to go. How do they know where to go? They just sit there, okay? So it will enhance treatments like exosomes and stem cells by definition. This is the microscope that you can see, and you can see how the cell respond. You can see that with FRET, fluorescent resonance energy transfer experiments that we have done and people are doing now. You can do the breast lift, of course, because it's going to make the breast healthy and more voluptuous. And we've got about 1,200 people that with blood samples that have shown a difference in the blood flow. This is the blood above of the person that lives 50 years, and this is the blood of the person that lives 100 years. And of course, the testosterone will increase. The blood is separated. When the blood is separated, it's like a Viagra. Okay, that's what the Viagra is. It's a blood thinner. It basically gets the circulation higher, so it goes to the man's penis, and it sustains sexual function much longer. So do they want to get more sexual and sustain their sexuality and the performance much longer? Get them in, put them on the virtual gym, and you will be able to do that. They'll be very happy with you. So firm press, one treatment is about 256 exercises. You can repeat them up to 1,000 times if you do an hour and a half. So it's about 250,000 exercises that you do. It's impossible to do that in the gym. No way. And of course, it decreases cortisol and therefore stress. And you can sleep better. Most importantly, cholesterol, the triglycerides, and very low density protein. That's what I call very low density. They're very big. So they basically block your arteries. And the high density is like the Pac-Man that eats that and basically brings it to the liver for detox. So the machine, this technology, virtual gym, will decrease triglycerides and VLDL and LDL and will increase the HDL. And this is some before and afters. That's another before and after. And the research that has been done with those bodies. Very important, fatty liver. We've done a lot of research in fatty liver, and we have seen significant results in fatty liver. But the most important thing is that as you burn, as as the fat goes, because you don't actually burn the fat, you release it into the bloodstream. If you burn the fat with a laser ref, you're out of luck, you're not going to get stem cells into the bloodstream. But if you release the fat naturally, like the virtual gym does or exercise does, then you're going to have the stem cells from the fat into the bloodstream. And what we did is we looked at this and we did the research, and we found out that actually this technology releases endogenous stem cells. So that's why your liver is repaired. And probably other organs that we are testing at the moment, they will repair because of endogenous stem cells. It's not stem cells that you put from outside. It's your own stem cells. And what's better? It's the ones from outside, from a pig or a cow or a sheep. No, of course, your own stem cells are much better. And, getting human stem cells is unethical. But your own stem cells are very ethical because it's your own and you haven't done anything to anybody else. So healthy, repaired liver, very important. We have seen a lot of diabetic improvement, very important. Blood glucose fasting goes down. The postprandial glucose also significantly goes down. People who were diabetic become normal. Not everybody, some of them go into the pre-diabetic study. So we've done 47 years of research, so it's 48 actually now, and there is a lot of benefits. It goes from the pad, it goes to the nerve, and from the nerves carrying it to the brain. And this is a little bit so you can understand how it happens. So it goes into the motor nerve. Remember exponential function. It will expand by definition, right? Well, it has to expand because it's inside the central nervous system. So it works, expands, and of course it has to reach the brain. Once it reaches the brain will respond by sending hormones, all of the hormones. These hormones would click, would invite the fat to go into the bloodstream, and the fat is going to shrink because not enough fat anymore in there, and the fat will build the muscle and also help you in all the other functions like breathe better, fix organs, and there is feedback mechanisms. The technology was made in, this is my Gestalt. My Gestalt is my background. I have a Ph.D. in neurophysiology from City University London, and another one in clinical psych from the New School, and I started under this very famous person, Wilhelm Reich, who created the orgone therapy that some people are still doing today, and all this other stuff. Don't do that anymore. We have the virtual gym. You don't need to have ancient things like organ boxes and things. But he's the one who created that. And we built the technology to do just that, to unblock the system. That was my basically part of the research, how the system can be unblocked, because I studied under this guy. I'm sure you've seen my books. It's about 3 books that have been translated in 12 different languages. And I have 56 articles, 57 with the one I just sent you. I don't know if you received it. And that's it. Okay, so now we can go back here and stop the presentation. And stop. Okay. Can you see me now? Where are you?
Yes, we can see you.
Okay, I cannot see you now. Hold on. Let me find out. You can see me there. Okay. I went on that side. All right, hold on a second.
It's 17.
So nice.
Okay, hold on a second. Okay. Okay, so any questions?
Yes, Earlier on, you said there's only two technology to increase body synergy. What are the two technologies that increase body synergy?
Virtual gym and Ilios. They're
Okay.
both.
Okay, gotcha.
That's an easy question.
That's my only
Both
question.
technologies have the same, basically, have the same concept. It's they're built on the same concept. And the concept is health, how to extend life. That's the most important thing that we have tried to achieve. You know, beauty is, you know, doesn't really matter that much, does it? I mean, you know, just in the beginning, but then even in a job, you know, you're beautiful, okay, if you cannot perform, nobody will keep you in the job.